Friends, I must say the time has come to say to play.
Hello, yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we're back with another video. Yes, we have another installment of the Soso Shanel Chronicles. To God be the glory, he keeps me going. But you know what to do before we get into it. Thumbs up this video, subscribe if you have not already, cut your notifications on, and make sure you leave us a comment, guys. All right, so Soso Shanel was talking about her daughter and some unfortunate events that happened during her birthday. Chanel turned 45, and yeah, she managed to make it all about her. So let's get into it.
Cause we're the members of the All-American team. We go from cities near and far. We got Canadians.
Wow, she's in rare form, isn't she? Yeah, and her friend Jap in the background just to laugh. And this isn't funny. This is not funny. She loves attention. I just had to put this little clip in the front before we even get into the meat of the video. Okay? She is a star. She is a celebrity in her head. Okay? You won't believe the things she said during this video. And you know what? I want to do a little shout out to her daughter, because this is dedicated to her daughter, yet it's not about her daughter as far as my commentary, but I want to give a shout out to her daughter because I really feel for her. Let's get back into it.
Irish one's the boo. We're one for all, we're all for one, we're all American. I used to love my tag been need to be renewed since November. I don't even know why I do it through the mail. I don't know why I ain't do it. I can. Shit, I mean, I got it.
Yeah, you heard that right. She's driving around on bad tags, y'all. And got a nerve to be on camera performing the way she does and talking about what happened to her daughter. I know y'all like, can we get into it? Yeah, just chill, y'all. We marinating in this. Yeah, she doesn't pay her darn bills. That's why she had to sell the cars, the purses. You know, she had to give up her whole business. And now she has she's a real estate agent. And you riding around on bad tags. Come on, sis. Get it together, honey. Get it together. I'm just saying.
I'm doing it. I know it. I meant to do it in December. I meant to do it, but then I just got off track. I'm gonna do it online today. I done made a list of things I got to do today. Bring shit on track. If it's late, I gotta go with him. Cause I made Nick do his. BNT said he was gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with him. The good news is I ain't scared to go places no more. I'm gonna do it online. Cause I was like, I'm on the interstate with a spy tag. Just y'all can judge me. Some of y'all rent ain't paid, so I don't care.
Oh, now since you don't have your store, oh, now you calling your audience broke. Oh, no, they not broke. If they broke, it's because they was trying to support your business and buying those outlandish price dresses, acting like they souvenirs. Most of them was buying the clothes and they were posting them up like Chanel's their god. Like, look at Soso Shanel. Honey, due to some of these views on these videos, I don't even know who the heck she is. But yet they were buying, but now all of a sudden, they broke. No, sis, you broke. Broke spiritually, that is. Okay, pay your tags before somebody pulls you over. But she got her ways to get out of everything, doesn't she? I'm just saying.
Some of y'all didn't pay that lady for her food stamps y'all already used, so I don't care. Y'all can judge me, judge your man. I was about to be a grandmother for 2 days. For 2 days, I was about to be a grandma. But God didn't see fit for that to be her time. She was experiencing an ectopic pregnancy, which is being a tubal pregnancy. She told me she found out on my birthday that she was tested positive for pregnant.
This little bit of commentary is going to be a little bit lengthy because I feel for this young lady. First and foremost, let us send a light prayer out to her oldest daughter who has lost a baby and probably has lost several babies due to the fact that she is stressed, okay? And due to the fact that there are some strongholds, some demonic activity that's going on in this family, okay? And for some reason, and that reason, that's why these babies are not coming forward, okay? That's just in my spirit. This is just one pregnancy that we're hearing about, but I have a feeling that young lady's been pregnant several times. And it's because of all the demonic things that have been followed through the mother. So we're going to ask God to break some of those covenants that has been placed on this family due to her mother's bad choices in her life. We ask that the spiritual umbilical cord is severed from the mother from all of her negativity that she's already placed on her family. We ask that that is broken. We're interceding, okay, for her, because the young lady doesn't know. Okay, the lady does not know what to do because she's not aware of that, because God is not a base in this family. Okay, but we're going to put that out, and I hope someone actually touch and agree so this lady can have peace and healing during this time. And we pray that she'll have a baby one day when it's time, when she is married and is covered by God. All right, guys. So yeah, we're going to get right back into it, but that was on my spirit. And Soso Shanel Chronicles is about breaking cycles and breaking curses, and we want to do that for that young lady because we don't like hearing about this, but yet she is going to make it all about her. Yes, she is. She's going to make these unfortunate events all about her. So stick with us, guys, and we are going to listen to the rest of the story.
She took another test because she didn't want to explode me on my birthday. Just like any young 20-year-old, she thought I might be disappointed, which I absolutely was not. My eternal purpose in her life from now on is support. It is not judgment.
First and foremost, let's cancel this word, no judgment. Okay? We are supposed to do righteous judgment. And that's not her stranger, that's her daughter. And correction is what, first of all, the mother needs. And of course, the daughter needs correction too. But how's she going to correct her when she's living the life that she's living? This is why we do the Soso Shanel Chronicles, to correct some of the things that she is actually spreading amongst thousands of people who don't know. So on this channel, we're going to try to do that. And I hope that we help at least one person. But yes, homegirl, she's 20 years old. She has no business having a baby right now.
And she's still learning how to exist in that place. She's still learning how to not judge herself. So she didn't tell me on my birthday, but the day after my birthday, she told me, she said, I took a pregnancy test. I took 3 actually. And she said, but now I'm having a little bit of spotting and I'm kind of cramping a little bit. So we researched it. We thought it was maybe, implantation bleeding. And when you go to Google trying to diagnose yourself, you'll be had every disease known to man. So because she was in pain, I told her she needed to go to the emergency room. I sat through FaceTime on the emergency room with her. And she just said she wasn't hurting as bad and she didn't want to stay, so she left. Another day went by and she thought she would go to a regular doctor's appointment, which she had made. And that was the 4th. On the morning of the 5th, she made that appointment. She went to the appointment and they did an ultrasound and determined that she most likely was pregnant in her tubes. And because of the pain she was feeling and the fluid and bleeding, she had to go over and have the surgery done, basically. And I don't think it's irregular or uncommon or super common, but women have been pregnant in their tubes before. It's been ectopic pregnancies all over the place. I've never experienced it, so I don't know. But when she told me about it, and she was met with warm reception, because all I could tell her is, whatever you would like to do, let's do that. But if you are telling me that you're pregnant and it's cause for excitement, let's celebrate. So she was just basking in the excitement of knowing this might be happening to me and my mother is on my side. And in a day and a half, it was over. They had to take one of her tubes.
This is not her story to tell. This is her daughter's story to tell. This is so demonic. You stole her story and now you're making it about yourself. Can we let that story cool off first before you run to social media to tell the girl's business? She's still healing. And the thing about it is she makes these videos like Her family can't see them. And her daughter's friends can't see them. And the daughter's boyfriend can't see them. Let people heal. But see, she's not healing, so she likes to scrape the wounds of everybody around her. She has a spirit of Jezebel. This is the spirit of Jezebel. I know people call it, narcissism. Look up Jezebel. This woman is a true one. She loves misery and pain. She feeds off of it. I've never seen anybody like this in my life.
She is resting. She was able to leave the same night. And I got a chance to let my child know that she means everything to me. I got a chance to let God know that he means everything to me without question. I wasn't ready for her to have no baby. I don't think she was ready to have no baby. But I didn't want her to go through that.
When two or more are gathered, so shall God be. So we have in church today. It's funny she said that she didn't want her daughter to go through that. But why would you expect anything different? You taught her nothing but pain and agony. She passed her trauma to her daughter. Where do you think that goes? The first place it goes in us women is our reproductive system. And I know this all too well. Yes, I do. And so she is carrying it around in her reproductive system as well as her spirit. And so when you are hurting and you have trauma, life cannot come from that. And even if it did, the life that came from it will carry the trauma as well. And that's why we need to break these curses privately with God and ourselves. We need to break them, or the children will suffer. Okay? The sins of the father or the mother follows the child. That's how it goes. That's biblical. I read that, and even I am doing the same thing for my family. So that's the work. Okay? That's the work that needs to be done.
I allowed myself the night before that to have the ugliest argument with my husband that I have had in probably a year. And it cut so deep. He cut me so deep that I remember who I was a year and a half ago. That I wouldn't have been able to make that drive for my child because I would have been too upset over a man. Over my flesh.
At one time, she said that her husband was her God and she was his God, which I thought was a very weird statement. But that's the problem. That's what's going on in this marriage. It is built on false gods. It is built on adultery. It is built on fornication, lies. It is built on chemical substances. It is built on everything that is meant to tear a relationship, a marriage down. This is not a blessed by God situation because they both were cheating on their spouses with each other. And so you could never think that this marriage would work. They are in their own HE double hockey sticks that they've made because of the choices that they've made. They chose lust and feel good and money and fame over marriage, and marriage has nothing to do with any of that. Why doesn't she get it? Because she's blind. She has the spirit of pride. Leviathan is covering her eyes and her ears, and she isn't hearing or seeing the truth. So we pray that the scales fall off her eyes and she gets delivered. Oh yeah, we talking this way during this video because it's all demonic.
I wrote in my journal after she told me that she had tested positive, pregnancy test come back positive, and I wrote in my journal about my marriage, my child, myself. And God threw one rock and hit 3 birds. He threw one irreversible rock, a boomerang that won't ever come back. And he got me to thinking about my favorite Bible verse, 1 Peter 5:7. Because I started looking at 1 Peter 5:8. 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast your cares upon him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober, remain sober and be vigilant, for the devil walks about like a lion, seeking whom he may devour.
Okay, so what I am going to do now is I'm actually going to go to 1 Peter 5 and read the whole verse. Because what a lot of people do is they'll take out a snippet of the whole verse and sometimes, or a lot of times, take it out of context. And people who don't know the word, they'll be confused and thinking that that's the truth. A lot of these pastors do that, nowadays, and people in general who call themselves preachers and things. Okay, but people do it every day. They'll just go ahead and take something out of context for their own gain and basically confuse the people. All right, so if you would like, you can turn there with me if you want to. Okay, 1 Peter 5. I want to say the same thing to you who are young men. You must respect the authority of the leaders. Okay, we know she doesn't respect anyone. All right, so I'm going to break down the verse and basically put it to what she's claiming that she loves about this verse. All of you who are believers must respect one another. She doesn't respect anyone. Do not think that you are more important than other people. She definitely feels like she is more important than other people. The Bible says God is against proud people. She's very prideful, okay? I said that earlier. She has that spirit of, or that demon of Leviathan. You guys look up who a Leviathan is, okay? The demon, okay? I was introduced to these demons, Leviathan and Jezebel, through prophetess Tiffany Montgomery. And if you guys are interested in her, I would suggest you look her up. She is a powerful prophetess and minister of God, okay? But he is kind to humble people. Okay? She's not humble. You cannot be prideful and humble at the same time. Okay? It's either or. They cannot coexist. Remember that God is strong and powerful. So be humble in front of him. Okay? So he wants us to be humble at all times. Okay? Not boastful, not prideful, humble. Then he will lift you up to a good place at the right time. He's going to lift you up out of your issue that you may be going through when it's the right time, when the lesson has been learned. Because remember, he took the keys from the devil a long time ago. Okay, meaning that he has control. Okay, so when we are getting tested, the devil has to ask for permission. So God is always there, even when we're not doing well, when we're going through a battle or anything like that. He is there, okay? If you have any kind of trouble in your mind, give it to God, not social media, okay? And she loves to fly to social media for all of her problems and her family's problems. Just tell all of her business. And you're not supposed to cast your pearls upon swine because it's just not going to help anybody. Now, however, God will make what the devil meant for bad, he will turn around for good. And I think that's what the Soso Shanel Chronicles are about. Okay? And if you're new to these, I would suggest that you start from the first video. It's over 50 in our playlist. Go on your, time off or your downtime and just, peruse those videos because we get really deep into this storyline. God has promised you God has promised to take care of you. Think seriously about how you live. Watch carefully for danger. Okay? And so if you catch a video of her, she will actually, be one person one day, another person another day. People call it schizophrenia, bipolar, all these mental issues. Honey, it's demons, and she needs to get what? Delivered. Remember that the devil is your enemy. He wants to hurt you. He walks about like a hungry lion. He is looking for someone to annihilate and then eat them. But you must be strong to fight against him. Okay? Trust God completely. Remember this Believers all over the world are having the same kind of trouble. So sometimes she'll come on there and she'll act like she's the only one who lost her mother. She's the only one who has a daughter who is out there, wayward. She's the only one who has problems in her marriage. You're not the only one, sis. Stop acting like you're the only one. And when people hear your story, the people who have been through it, they're going to want to lend a hand to you. They're going to want to help. She'll look at her thousands of comments and not even acknowledge them, and so all of that good advice is falling on deaf ears because of Leviathan, okay? Yes, you will have trouble like this for a short time, but after that, God will make everything right. He is completely kind and he will always help you because you belong to Christ. And sometimes we don't remember who we belong to, okay? And if you understand that we belong to Christ and we're made in his image, then the decisions that you will make will reflect that. And her decisions and the way she talks and how she lives does not reflect that she knows who she belongs to. God has chosen you to live with him in heaven forever. You will join him in that beautiful place. Then God will make you well again. He will make you strong in your spirits. You will be able to stand strongly. Yes, God rules with power forever. Amen. And this is true. All right.
Is it odd that in the earlier verse it says, "Cast your cares upon me," but in the very next verse, beware the devil? You get all your cares over to God. You pray about it. You leave it with him. And the test comes. When you've emptied it out, you've given it over. I'm sorry. You've given it over. You've emptied your vessel of angst, worry, concern, fear, desires, expectations, love, care, hopes, dreams. And now that you have unweighted yourself, the devil is ready to unload more. Get that to him too. I was just proud of my child that she came out of surgery and she was looking for me and I was there. She wasn't looking for me and I had made up some reason because I was too distraught or I was too self-centered or too self-absorbed or too self-serving or too self-sabotaging. I prayed for the version of me that could stop, drop, and go. I prayed for the version of me that could be supportive. I prayed for the version of me that could be loving. I prayed for the version of me that could be strong. I prayed for the version of me that had power and could stand in it. I prayed for the version of me that could be fit to be a model for my children to become better than. My husband told me I don't bring nothing to the table. Did you look at it? Don't worry about it. My husband told me I don't bring shit to the table.
You know we had to save the best for last, right? Yeah. So one thing I feel Teeth doesn't have is Tourette's. I don't think he just came out of nowhere and just said, "You don't bring nothing to the table." No. What happened before that? What did she say? But let's just keep it real. Neither one of them bring anything to the table that's worth even talking about, okay? And they both bring something to the table, all right? And that's misery, that's adultery, that's greed, that's all kinds of things. I could say, but I'm not going to break it down, but y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? They don't bring anything to the table that's godly. That's why that table is rickety as heck. It's with 3 legs and should have 10, if you will. It's, all over the place. But yeah, bringing something to the table has a lot more to do with spiritual than financial. Okay, let's just get that out the way. But she seems so hurt, doesn't she? But she really doesn't.